Hello viewers, it's so lovely to meet all of you, especially all of you beautiful women out there. I want to wish you all a happy International Women's Day and Women's Month. I think we should celebrate it more, like in many countries in Europe. People give women flowers and really celebrate them. So we should celebrate ourselves. So in view of this, we have actually come with some very special promos for the month of March. So let me go through them before I launch into the topic of what is the meaning of victory. Okay, so this is very important for everybody to listen, but of course for all my beautiful women viewers out there, I want to really let you to stay and listen. Okay, so for today, our first promotions would be intravenous therapies, because as you know, we have talked a lot about hydration and how we keep our health up during these difficult times of COVID-19. And as we are approaching immunization, many of us are scared, we are overwhelmed, we don't know how we are going to get better with the vaccination, or if we don't do the vaccination, then are we going to succumb to the COVID spread? So of course, our first promotion for this month would be intravenous therapies using Revive formulations, which is world-class, very researched and very safe. The products are all branded, so these are very good treatments. So we are giving for Hydromax and for Mega Boost, which we have talked about a lot in the previous Facebook Live. We are giving 30% off, friends. And of course, if you are interested, please feel free to contact us at this number. Okay. The other one, which I'm almost giving away free, because I want all women to be healthy. Okay, so this can be part of my CSR, which I do most of the time every year. I do some vaccinations, I do some medical checks, but due to the difficult times associated with MCOs and all that, I'm not able to give 100% free, but I still am giving at 300 only. So you're getting a very thorough female medical checkup, which would easily cost you about 1,500 to 2,000, depends on where you go. And of course, we also have some cosmetic, because as women we always want to look good. If not, we are not women, right? So we need to keep ourselves, our spirits up, and especially reward ourselves during the International Women's Month. So we are giving a promotion for one of the latest methods of tightening the skin, correcting eye bags, reducing fine lines, and also reducing panda eyes or dark circles. So this one is very, very price reduced, viewers. So it's just 500 ringgit per session. Okay, but of course you can have 3 or 4 sessions and you will get more discounts on top of that. Then we have another one for a very lean and slim looking face. It can become a heart-shaped face, it can become a more oblong face with tight skin and beautiful skin texture, void of all the wrinkles and also the spots and marks. And this is the 4D Twilight. Again, I'm not able to go into detail about each and every treatment, but this is 4D. That means there's 4 steps of tightening the tissue, contracting the tissue, improving collagen, improving skin color, correcting wrinkles. So there's 4 steps. So it's also very price reduced. So before it used to be 2,500, currently we are giving it 1,800. So what you're going to get is a very tight and bright looking face. Please reward yourself with one of these treatments. Of course, other than that, we also have those kind of promos which are very best sellers. Whenever we have this, there's a lot of people doing this, so we have further reduced the price for this. So we have our latest facial, which is Oxygeno. It's for brightening the skin, it's for anti-aging, reducing wrinkles, and it's also even for acne. We have specialized treatments, and this together with a very nice IV drip to lighten or brighten skin, we are just charging between 600 to 800 ringgit. Okay, and then we have another one for those who want to try the purest wrinkle treatment possible in the world, which we call as Xeomin. Okay, Xeomin is something, it is the purest form of Botox treatment. So it can do lifting, it can do tightening, it can reduce wrinkles in a major way. So you're just going to get this free when you're going to do some kind of skin tightening using one of our other latest technologies, which we call as the Ultraformer 3 third generation. That means this treatment can actually reduce chubby cheeks, under chins. It can lift our eyebrows, smoothen our forehead, lift and contour our cheeks. At the same time, you're getting the purest toxin or purest Botox, as you all may know, and then that is called Xeomin. So stay pure and stay healthy, you know, that is the tagline I want you guys to remember. So why go for any Botox? Go for the purest of them. Okay, so that concludes the promotions. Again, feel free to contact us if you want more information, and I think if you follow us on Facebook and Insta, the promos also are there already. Okay, and I want to say another thing. Today I'm being featured as one of the panel speakers for International Women's Day Summit. Okay, and this is gonna happen between 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. today. So not just me, a lot of other esteemed experienced speakers are coming on board to share their experiences. Okay, so this will, the link for this, for you to attend from where you are, whether you're in office or you're at home, you can attend this event just by following the link that you can find in our comment section. Okay, please feel free to follow us, and it'll be great if more women join in, because the more women there's more strength in us, right? Okay, so that's about it. But since today's topic in conjunction with women's International Women's Day, so basically our topic is what is the meaning of victory. And since a lot of people think that I'm somebody who's victorious, I mean, I kind of have worked very hard for what I wanted to do, and I'm not too bad actually. I have reached, there's still more for me to do, but I'm reached somewhere, you know, of what I wanted. So some people felt that there were a lot of questions that they wanted to ask me, so they have put together some questions to ask me the questions so I can answer very precisely. Is my assistant Sarah. Okay, she'll be asking me the questions now.
Okay, question number 1, Datuk. Please tell us about your childhood, Datuk.
Wow, where to start? I was a very, very naughty tomboy, is it? I was always very curious. I was someone who wanted to start dancing, start Veena music when I was about 3. So I was like, I was one of the younger students in the dance class, and I also learned Veena and sitar with a half size one, you know, the child one. So I'm lucky to have had very good parents who kind of adopted to my whims and fancies as it is. But I did take it up very seriously. I did dancing throughout till I went to med school, and music I did all the way, and I have a degree in Carnatic music. So please don't ask me to sing, but I do have that. So that's my childhood. And of course my parents were people who were not making us just bookworms. They were not pushing me to just achieve highest grades or whatever. They were people who wanted us to be well spread out. We were appreciated not just for, you know, getting class 1 of being first or second in the class. We were also appreciated more when we were kind to each other, when we were kind to our, you know, relatives who are less endowed than us, when we were kind to someone who was in need. They also appreciated that with us. So that, I think, made me also to be a better person. And academically, I always believe what they did was right, because until I went to the final exams for the selection into medicine. They never pushed me, and at that time it was just maybe study in a proper way, so that we'll see, if you do good, maybe you can go into med school, that kind of thing. But I also loved arts a lot, so I was half-hearted, but then I got chosen into so many universities for med school. I had no choice. I did not pay any money to get into med school. I was one of the top scorers, so I got into quite a few colleges, so I had to go into med school. And I think that kind of concludes that's my background as a child. Okay?
So question number 2, why did Datuk choose to become a pioneer in aesthetic medicine, integrating with holistic wellness when there were rarely any doctors in that field in Malaysia at that time?
You see, my background may be quite different from many other aesthetic doctors you see out there. Mine was mainly, I come from a gynecology background. Most of my practice with the government for 10 years was in the field of gynecology. So when I got out of the government service, the idea was to do something very, very lifestyle based, and I wanted to help women, not just to give birth to a child, or only do a surgery when they had a cyst or a fibroid or a growth in their womb or their ovary. The idea was to prevent these problems. That was my main idea. So I did like preventive health and some postgraduate diplomas and fellowships in wellness and anti-aging and functional medicine and so on. And when I opened my practice like that, then I found that when we made people well in the inside, there was definitely a need to make people look good as well. So that is how I integrated cosmetic medicine and cosmetic surgery into my other practice. If I'm pioneer, maybe so, but I never thought I had to be the first or I had to compete with others to be the first. Never, because no one really knew about cosmetic medicine much those days. We are talking about 25, 28 years back when I started to train in this. So, but it's my own thinking, and I think what is good about that was I had the courage to go out and do something that I believed in. And I did not listen to a lot of ridicule coming from other doctors, people who were saying I was going to fail miserably because I was going into the unknown. But I'm proud to say today there's so many doctors who are following in my footsteps. So that is the story of my holistic approach to making people look good on the outside, feel good and stay healthy on the inside. And that is our slogan as well, beauty is from within.
Okay, so next question. How did the idea come to you to start your own business?
It's a necessity rather than an idea, I think, because like what I was saying, I had to integrate so many different practices because I specialize in sports medicine, reproductive medicine, of course cosmetic medicine and cosmetic surgery practices, functional medicine, nutritional medicine, and there is no place for me definitely in any of the private hospitals, because I know you've gone to private hospitals and each person is practicing just one arm of medicine. There is no integration as one practitioner doing everything. So it was a necessity for me to form my own business so that I could do what I do best, is integrating the body's needs as one and giving the best solution, not forgetting the internal health and not forgetting beauty. So it was a necessity rather than an idea, and I think because I have been autonomous and I have not had anyone pushing me or anything like that, monetarily or otherwise, it's given me so much of independence to grow and learn more and more and more. And I'm still learning. There's still a lot of things I want to learn and get better at. Okay?
Okay, so next question, how did Datuk integrated the business into media and TV?
I think again, I never wanted to integrate the media and TV into business. During the first maybe 15 years of my shows that I done for Astro, especially in Vanaville, I have never mentioned about my business and my practice. A lot of people did not even know that, I had a booming practice, because as per the rules of the Ministry of Health, we as doctors at that time especially was very, very strict. Now with digital side, it's become a bit more lax, but those days is very strict. Digital was not there, so we had to adhere very closely to the rules. So then I could never mention and never have any credits given to my company or business or anything like that. But of course, as time goes by, a lot of media gets to know me because they recognize that I'm telling the truth, that I'm giving correct advice. I'm not just bluffing to promote myself or promote my business. They understand the integrity about that. So more and more people like TV2, TV3, Bernama, and so many others, and many magazines, and I've been the health advisor for many magazines. I've been featured regularly in most of and I've been in the front cover of many magazines. This is all the recognition that media gave me, and it's from their own mouth is that they like to talk to me because they find that I'm truthful. I don't make things up. I'm truthful. So this is very important for media, because when you say something, they do not want to be always filtering what you're saying. They want to have the trust, especially in a medical person. So that is the way it went on. And of course, there is very good branding, I would say. The name Dr. Alice was well known, became well known as I went on to a lot of different media. And that has definitely helped the business, but I wouldn't say I forcefully from the beginning integrated the media into the practice to make it better. It was just something I wanted to do, it's something I enjoy. I find that I connect very well over the TV or over the radio, and I believe knowledge is God-given and it has to be shared. So I love sharing, and hence I'm here, to share every week with you guys. So that helps yourself, your branding, and your business.
What are the challenges that Datuk has faced as a businesswoman for the past 40 years?
There's always a lot of challenges. Where should I begin? It can be financial stuff, it can be staff selection, it can be even selection of the vendors who you work with. Of course, one of the biggest challenges for me has been, because I'm a practicing doctor and I'm the prime doctor as well as the owner, so I handle a lot of things myself. So sometimes, I'm not superhuman, I'm a human. So when I've been like extremely busy, I have been cheated out of money, out of products, stuff like that. Of course, the latest challenges would be a lot of problems with a lot of new practitioners and others coming in. I always think the more the merrier. I'm very happy about that, and I've helped to train a lot of these doctors as well. But it's sad that sometimes people do wrong practices. They try to oversell themselves, or they try to use not so quality products, and then they are trying to make it look like they are very affordable. And of course that kind of makes it a challenge for someone like me, who believes in integrity, who believes in quality, who believes in handling what must be handled by the doctor, by the doctor. Okay, so those are the challenges I face, and I'm still fighting some of them, but with God's help I will emerge victorious.
How was Datuk able to attain work-life balance?
That is very simple for me, because for me is just my family. Okay, so I work. So when I finish work, I'm with my family, and that is the most joyful thing for me. I do not need to go out and party or go out and just wander around. I'm not that type of character. I love to exercise. I love to do some of my artistic things. I still do dancing, and I because we are doing these things, we still get to network and meet up with people in these circles. So I don't think I'm lonely in that sense. When I'm doing these things, I'm still doing something fruitful for myself and for others. So that kind of makes me happy, because every minute I want to value. Every day when I wake up, the message I give myself is I should do the best I can today. So being unproductive and just going out drinking or gossiping is not me. Of course, I always used to enjoy traveling. That is something, because I trained for European College of Cosmetic Medicine and Surgery. I'm still training for them. I'm still senior faculty trainer for them. But then I'm doing it online now, because these 2 years I've not been able to travel. So that is kind of missing right now. But once the COVID situation settles, I still will get to go for my holidays, which is maybe total in a year like 10 days, and then that gives me a lot of time to relax as well.
What are your fondest memories throughout your career?
My fondest memories are when my patients are appreciative of me. I love to serve and make people happy, and my fondest memories, of course, is not counting the bank balance or looking at how much money I'm making, or thinking of, oh, now it's COVID and we're not making so much, feeling sad and down about that. No, my fondest memories is still to try and work with my patients the best I can. And when they say that, doctor, you have changed my life, that is very, very happy memory for me. And of course, I also have a lot of fond memories when I train other doctors. I have doctors from Europe and doctors from US who will fly down especially to do like an attachment with me. Maybe they'll stay between 1 week to 1 month and work together with me to learn how I do the work, because they want to follow that model. That makes me feel very nice as well. Yeah, these are my fond memories.
If Datuk could go back in time, what would you like to change in the past?
I think I already mentioned about it. I just wish that I was more watchful. I just wish that I put more thoughts into my bank balance. So I have been cheated out of money just because I was so focused on what I do. I'm very passionate, so the money part sometimes did not come into my mind, and that kind of made me lose a lot of money. So I wish I had been more vigilant. But hey, what can you do, right? Sometimes you can't do everything. So now I do have some of my family members who have come in to help out, and things have improved a lot. So that is something I would want. If you are newly starting business, have someone you can trust. Make sure they are around and looking after things if you're too absorbed in doing your service jobs.
What's the best advice you would like to give to your younger self?
I would always, I think I have done most of the things that I wanted to do, but possibly when I was younger, I could have been, maybe thought more about saving, because I love anything that is beautiful. I'm a vain person, I'm not shy to say that. So I do buy stuff a lot, and sometimes I don't save. But as I grow older, I have changed a bit. I've started some saving habits and so on. But hey, if I had saved from my very young age, possibly I could be very, very, wealthy right now. So I did not do that. So possibly that is something I would like to tell my younger self, to be vigilant about money as much as just improving your career and learning more and helping others more.
Okay,
So are we
end of
finished with
questions.
the
Yeah.
questions? Wow. Okay, I hope you had some clues as to how to be victorious. So just to top it all, I just like to leave you with some comments to think about. Is just that be courageous, okay? Be courageous, believe in yourself, believe in your instincts. If you're women have great instincts, or sixth sense as we call it. I'm not saying men don't have, yes, men do as well, but sometimes they are so full of action that sometimes they forgot to listen to themselves. So listen to yourself, be courageous, don't be discouraged by negative things people tell you, and just go forward and do the best you can every day of your life. Okay, now I'm going to be handling some questions which has come from the audience. Okay, so the first question, wow, this is a very long question, I think, long answer. Okay, dear Datuk, I want to lose weight, but I'm not ready yet to go under the knife. Is there any non-surgical methods for me that you can recommend to reduce fats at my abdominal area? Number one, losing weight, you do not have to go under the knife. Okay, this is, I know a lot of people think for losing weight you have to go under the knife. No, not at all. Losing weight is about having the correct balance between how much you eat and your activity, exercise or keeping yourself active throughout the day. These are important things, but if you have already gained a lot of weight, then especially around your tummy area, it definitely is an advantage to reduce it as soon as possible, because these fats can bring on more fats and more diseases into your body. So you can, but you also need to know where this fat is. Is it inside the viscera, that means surrounding all the inside organs, or is it just under the skin? So if you just want to reduce this, then of course we have a lot of technologies that we can talk about. I don't know how many of you know, but I'm one of the leading body contouring experts in Malaysia. So we have a lot. So if you're talking about freezing technologies, we have cool sculpting, we have Zimmer Lipo with Zimmer Wave, which is a little bit more advanced results compared to cool sculpting, in my opinion. And of course, we also have other technologies like Ultraformer is one, we can melt fat with it, Liposonics is one. In one single treatment, we can reduce 2.5 to 3 centimeters of fat. Of course, if you have fat in the visceral area, I think last month we were promoting, it's called Sleeping Beauty treatment, where you just lie down and then the electromagnetic waves will burn the fats in the visceral area. Together compounded with a healthy diet, which we also help patients with. We have all sorts of diet charts that we will advise according to the person's body composition and their lifestyle. And you just need to follow and do one of the treatments that you wish, and voila, your body fats, your tummy fats is gone. Tummy fats are hard to go sometimes, but it'll give you the most victory over your whole body fats if you reduce tummy fats. Okay, next question. Dato, how many implants is too many? I have considered getting butt implant, breast implant, and cheek implant. Can I get it all at once? Why would you want to have implants everywhere? For cheek, for example, you don't need an implant. We have beautiful fillers, we have very nice products that we can put to shape and manage your cheeks. So it's not necessary. I mean, implants are becoming a thing of the past. People seldom do implants nowadays. Butt implant, well, you can do, but it's called the Argentinian butt lift. But it is a little bit of a dangerous procedure, so you need to consider where you're going to do it, because the implant it's placed under the muscle. Yeah, so when you're placed under the muscle, you're cutting those muscles, and there are some major arteries. So there's been cases of deaths as well. So there are other options that we provide as well. So if you're interested, again, contact us at this number so we can talk further on this. Breast implant, again, I need to share this with you viewers, because as I was talking about, I'm always truthful. So with this question, I cannot but talk about breast implant. Okay, my most favorite way of increasing volume or lifting the breast would be by using fat transfer. This is autologous, is coming from your own body, so there's certain amount of safety there. But the downside of fat transfers is sometimes they don't last if your metabolism is very high, or you are, so you may need to do between 2 to 3 times touch-ups to increase the volume. Of course, over the last 15 years, with the advent of us coming up with our stem cell machines, we are able to add stem cells into the fats that we are transferring into the breast, thereby making it a little bit more longer lasting. So if before people only retain 10 or 20% of the fat that they transferred, now they can retain at least like 50%, for example. But there's always a necessity to do some touch-ups if you want to maintain big volume, but it is safe. Okay, the other one, we do some, but it's a long-lasting filler, so then we need patients who will follow up very carefully with us in the long run. When we talk about the traditional breast implants, there are some problems right now. It's still under investigation. Other than the implant itself bursting and leaking silicone into the breast, which can be extremely dangerous and cancerous, it's also the plastic that covers this silicone. It's also supposed to cause some issues with our blood cell count, and whether this will become cancer, it's still being investigated. There are some reports that has come to my ears, but till it is fully put out as a health warning to people, I'm not going to talk too much about it. But you have to consider all options and all risks before you go for breast implant. So of course there is nothing to say you cannot do about a breast and a cheek, but I'm just giving you options and some safety tips there. Okay, I think this will be the last question that we have time for. So this one says, Datuk, I'm a streamer and a gamer. I spend really long hours in my room creating contents and gaming on Twitch. I don't know what is Twitch, but whatever. Okay. I have severe dark circles and eye bags. How can I remedy my situation? Dark circles and eye bags. First, maybe you can have some work-life balance, You can do some gaming and streaming, and then the rest of it you should be going around. You can exercise your eyes, maybe you can relax. The traditional treatments like putting a cucumber and lying down, because the cucumber maybe has some acids that helps to like lighten a bit the dark circles. Or tea bags, again, there are some vitamins inside the tea that can help. But of course, if you wanted things to be fast and so on, we have to work on it, yeah, because sometimes it's congestion, the blood vessels around the eyes, that is causing it. So of course, by putting in certain nutrition into the areas of the skin around it, or by improving skin quality, smooth eye is one that I spoke about earlier, which is using a photonal laser system to reduce all this kind of puffiness and eye bags and dark circles. You can consider that to improve skin quality and tighten and improve collagen. My favorite treatment to go to is Thermage. Thermage Eyes is amazing to improve skin quality, and despite whatever job you do, you will keep your eyes looking young. So you have to consider doing some treatments if you want to continue that lifestyle. But even if we do treatments, I would still advise you to just take some time off and not be continuously straining your eyes. It doesn't mean you have to completely cut down your working hours. At least have a couple hours where you can relax. You can walk around, exercise all the muscles around your body, especially your eyes. So, okay, we have come to the end of our session. It was so great being with you guys, and again I want to remind you of the International Women's Day Summit today at 6 p.m. Please do join me and the other panelists at this summit. Hope to see you there. Till I see you in the next Facebook Live, I say bye-bye, take care and stay safe.